Why is the adult vat dwarf naked? It's so that people can come by and look in the vat at them. We don't have any TV yet. We gotta get some entertainment somehow. She's not unhappy about it. That's terrible. That's terrible. Canceled. Canceled. Look at my beautiful creation. You can see all the parts growing. No, you know what? Stop it. Stop it. It's inappropriate. Stream reported. What does the devil have to say?
We'll go into the hentai business full time.
And that's the history of how hentai became popular. It was one of the many tools of the devil. Thanks, Satan. Usually you say, not today, Satan, but today we say, thanks, Satan. Why are you thinking Satan? What even is hentai? Ask your mother. Ask your mother what hentai is. But Adam, I'm 40 years old. Ask your mother. Have your mother Google it. She doesn't know. Ask your mother what it is, and when she says, I don't know, what is that? Is that like when chickens wear like neckties? And you can say, probably. Can you Google it for me? So, oh, we got the devil strand growing. Look at that, our first devil strand coming in. We got Guarlin over there ready to harvest too. All right. What do they do with that Guarlin seed? Can I? Guarlin seed? Guarlin seed? Spare Guarlin seed? I really like the new shells, but they have caused me to be more blind than normal, and I don't know why. So I know it's more cluttered, right? So there's like, you know, there's 3 items per shelf, and then you also have all the numbers and the quality and stuff. So now when I'm like just glancing through, it's even harder. So, oh, it's still there. I was looking in the wrong place the whole time. Triple blind. You get a search item thing. Yeah, that would be nice. I really like that they added the searches for, you know, bills and whatnot, and they added it for the construction menu. It would be nice to have one otherwise. All right, we are going to smooth this in here because it is going to be very ugly. So we got to get all that done. We're almost at wealth cap anyway, so called your 67-year-old mom Google hentai. She Googled it and just hung up on you. There's 2 options, Tet. Either she's upset with you, or she really liked what she saw. A growth moment for the Vat Dwarf. What? Look at this. So nimble and quick sleeper. Why do you smooth the halls? It increases your walk speed. So it's not just beauty, it's walk speed. A big part of it is walk speed for me. Nimble, quick sleeper. So lucky. So here, this walk speed is 93%. 93%. There we go. Walk speed, 93%. Now we have smoothed this smoothed. Yeah, there we go, 100%. So it's going to give us not only the beauty, but it's going to give us 7% extra walk speed. We're already very slow Dwarves, so I think I might put Floorbaby back into the vat too. I think I will, now that they've survived. All right, Ramdam, if you could stop feeding Floorbaby so I can throw it into a vat, that'd be excellent. A vat of mushroom baby food. Welcome in. Dwarf down in butter and sliding them down a smooth hallway is much more than 7% speed increase. You got to slip and slide dwarf and butter. That sounds dangerous. All right, so we are getting that smoothed out. Oh, I wanted to bring some light down there for the future. It's kind of overkill, but better overkill than underkill, I always say. I really do always say that these days. I'm actually worried about the long combat time with these because our genes make us super hungry, so they're getting hungry during even just normal combat, which is kind of frustrating. So we might end up investing into some more drugs. What I usually use for Chemfuel, if I don't have Boomalope, I usually use whatever food that we're overproducing. So I'll use rice, I'll use mushrooms, I'm using mushrooms in this case. Boomalope are really awesome though. A single Boomalope can give you enough Chemfuel to power 2.4 Chemfuel generators forever, which is very awesome, very insane. And if you're on a map with like lots of wood, like if you're on a swamp map or jungle map, or even for a while on a temperate forest map, you can just use wood. Well, they always want the beer. These beggars always want the beer. They're coming for 58 beer. That's like the 5th or 6th time beggars been asking us for beer. That would be like a group coming up to your house and asking for like insulin, you know? And you might say, oh, that's not true. It is, because we will literally die without beer. Alcohol dependency. We will go into a coma and die without beer. I haven't mathed it out. However, I know the Chemfuel generator is very efficient. I think it's more efficient than the wood generator. So my gut tells me that it actually would be overall more material efficient to turn the wood into Chemfuel and then put the Chemfuel in the generator. But obviously that's probably not work efficient, right? So yeah, I haven't actually tested out which of those, if you're using wood, would end up being the very best. This is ridiculous. We're getting all these great traits on just the vat babies. I mean, not all of them are good. Like there's a few that got delicate and stuff, but our Devil Strand is in. Hooray, hooray. So we're going to go in here. We're going to get started on switching over to Devil Strand clothing. So we're going to clear everything. Just turn on Devil Strand and Hyperweave. Clear all, Devil Strand, Hyperweave. Clear all, Devil Strand, Hyperweave. We're going to go ahead and clear storage there. And we're going to go with Devil Strand for now. Later on, we might put that as all textile. But for now, Devil Strand it is. There was a social fight. What is this about? Rhino spoke negatively of Claw's courageousness. All right. Let's do a festival. Is marine armor worth it? Marine armor is worth it defensively as long as the speed penalty isn't too much for you to bear. Yes. Marine armor is definitely an upgrade from Flak plus Duster. It's definitely an upgrade from Recon. It's not as good as Cataphract, obviously. Yeah, marine armor is really good, and Cataphract even more. The only downside to either of those, aside from their obviously costs, materials to make and whatnot, is that they slow you down a little bit. Usually bother with Flak Pants. No, Flak Pants aren't. I wish they would make Flak Pants just a little bit better. They're not really worth it, I don't find. Painstopper is good for genies. I don't usually like Painstopper overall because the people that have Painstoppers are more apt to die. I guess it depends on what you're using your genie for, you know? Painstopper for vampire. It makes sense for vampire, yeah, I would say. Because vampire is going to be good as long as their brain is intact. High life is... Look at this nonsense. Our vat-grown dwarves are just being amazing. What? High life ideology is worth using if you're already going to do drugs. Yeah, it's a good one. This is a completely vat-grown child. Great memory, trigger happy. Yeah, it's crazy luck. Noble's in danger. Sucks for them. We're always in danger. You don't see me calling the Empire. Hooray, attacking immediately. It's... Man, I really hate these toxic raids. So far, they've been the worst type for us. Let's see how big raids are now. Ooh. 80... We're almost at raid cap. We are, like, very close. They have low shields. Oh, man, these friggin' toxic packs. There's 2 Doomsdays. Thought I was gonna do some work with that beer bottle. We gotta fix that. Rum, get up here in case that fire spreads to the door. So annoying. Oh god, there is a low shield. Christ, grab that. I can actually lose us the run. Alright, get out of there. Get out of there. Luckily, the Doomsdays are in the back. Like, if that low shield goes up and we're not able to get it broken, it protects the Doomsday guy. Everyone in that circle just dies, and then it opens up. Torwin's in the mess. Okay. Rescue Torwin. What happened to you, Torwin? Oh, Christ. It's the toxic buildup. Not sure what to do about that against those guys. We might end up having to use the other tunnel for that kind of stuff. He's probably gonna get cancer. Wonder how many people got that high. That's not good at all. Not good at all. Man, oh man, it might be worth for... It's just so scary. If we have our frontliners have the masks instead of helmets. Well, yeah. I was gonna go up. We could actually have the new face mask and the simple helmets, but like when we go up to Marine and stuff like that. Right arm and right leg destroyed on Torgman during that. Make a new arm. Make a leg. It'd be nice kind of had built-in gas mask, yeah. Marine does not have any protection against gas, no. Unless they've changed it in the last couple days, I can check. Things are changing all the time, but worried about that. So I guess I'll just start making some of these, even if for now they just go on with the simple helmets. At least we get something. I think it's 50%. So do until we have X. X is 1. Normal or better. Yeah, we could actually start going into the Detoxifier lung. Should probably just start replacing our whole front line with those as well. So make Detoxifier lung. How much does it take? 4 advanced components. 2 until we have X. X is 2. Let's go with 3. So that's one of our scariest things right now, actually. You'll make a guide on xenogene editing eventually, but the thing is right now, things are changing so quickly all the time. I've already started getting comments on my first biotech run where it's like, you're wrong about that, and that's how it was at the time. So an example to that is in the beginning, the Fabricor bot couldn't cook, but now it can. And I got a comment that was like, you're wrong about the Fabricor. The Fabricor is actually a really good cook. You shouldn't tell people that it can only craft. I'm like, this was recorded before that change. I'm sorry. I didn't know the future. I got another one too that was like, no, you don't need the second core to get the cleaning bot. They require just the basic sub core. It's like, they do now, but not when that was recorded. But anyway, so the point behind that is a lot of the things that are biotech specifically are changing so quickly that I am waiting. I'm waiting. Yeah, there's a few weeks where everything is just like update, 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 and then it dies down. And that's kind of what I've been waiting on before I... A good example is right when this came out, Smurf got a bunch of information about raising children in the game and exactly how it worked and how to kind of dictate always getting the max growth tiers with the least amount of effort. And it was changed almost immediately. He made a guide. He wrote up like a script. He recorded some stuff. And then there was a patch the next day that like changed it. So at the moment, yeah, it's just not worth making content specifically for that stuff. Okay, we got the bionic arm. We're gonna wait on that. All right, let's take a look at the Detoxifier lung here. Plus 60% environmental resistance. Okay, and then what is the kidney one? Kidney only takes 2. Hang on. Kidney's 50%. So I could actually do 2 kidneys for the same amount of advanced components and get 100% resistance rather than just the 60% from the lung. So let's cancel the lung. Make Detoxifier kidney. Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't even thought about reading that. Let's see. How well the creature resists toxic buildup. Yeah, that's the one we want. And then lung. Environment. Okay. Protects against the toxic gas, rot stink, toxic fallout, and polluted terrain, but not against direct attacks with venom or injected poison. This value is higher. Exposure to pollution produces. Okay. So in the long run, we'd want both. We'd want both. Yeah, I don't know. How resistant the creature is to the effects of environmental toxin. Toxic gas, rot stink, toxic fallout, polluted terrain, but not against direct attacks. So is this more like it protects from it initially happening, and the other one is that it doesn't impact them as much and it heals faster? Gas causes buildup. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You have 2 on yours. They're fully... Okay, and you did the 2 kidneys. So that's what I'm thinking then, yeah? So kidneys does seem like it should be first. Okay. And we'll get lungs after that, yeah. And I can make more of the kidneys, right? So I can help more of the colony faster by just getting kidneys spread through. All that double strand rotting. I gotta get more shells down. More shells. Guys, been into RimWorld yesterday while at work. He sent you a link to one of my videos. You were the one that got you into the game years ago. That is awesome, Nix. Thank you for letting me know that. That's pretty cool. Do you know what video it was? Just out of curiosity. That's so surreal to me, but I really appreciate you letting me know. The scheduling guide, that's pretty cool, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. It's some very surreal stuff going on right now. I mean, it feels like very bizarre. Well, surreal. Someone asked me on Discord yesterday, they said, how many watched hours does your main channel get every day? I was like, I actually don't know. I haven't really looked at that stat. And I went and looked. And on the release day of Biotech, over 40,000 hours of RimWorld content was watched on my YouTube channel. That's 4.5 years of 24-hour days of RimWorld content of mine in a single day. It's just so absolutely insane to me. So many hours. That's insane. And right now I'm averaging like 22,000 hours a day. 22,000 hours a day. So every single day on my main YouTube channel, people are watching over 2 years of RimWorld. Pump those numbers up. That's really nuts. It's really absurd. Yeah, it's just like I can't believe it. That's not right. Those aren't real numbers. It'd be kind of cool if there was like a popper, but for like toxic stuff, you know, like toxic gas that like neutralizes it. All right, looks like we are getting ahead on mushrooms again. Drills are not anything super close by that we want. We'll work on getting more scanners going at some point. For now we have 3. We're also finishing off. I don't think we're going to launch the ship though. I think we're going to go for the royalty win, but I kind of want to finish the ship research just in case. Like if this is getting like really long and we're just kind of going through the motions and just collecting gold just to have the royalty ending instead, and it's taking like days and days and days or something, it'd be nice to just have the ship there to build if we want. All right, let's go to assign, manage outfits. We're gonna go into the melee first here, and we're gonna let face mask be turned on. 540 beers. those beggars earlier that came, they're like, please sir, we're dying, all we need is 58 beers. And we were like, sorry, we don't have any, we can't spare a beer. You don't have 1 beer to spare, sir. We have no beer to spare. We're almost out. We'll die without it. They're like looking over our shoulder. Is that a warehouse full of beer? No. We live under a mountain. We don't have plumbing. That's where we keep our urine. Now be gone, scum. Anyway, we have a lot of beer. Floorbaby has become a child. All right, Floorbaby we're actually going to raise normally. Floorbaby is not meant to grow up in a vat. Floorbaby, do 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 do. You guys remember that? Some of you probably do. Muppet babies. The voice of an angel. Muppet babies. Oh, we actually get to keep the kidneys. Look at that. Nice. The fact that they specify amount is odd. At least they changed it in 1.4. So for anyone that didn't know, in 1.4 it did get changed so that beggars now cap out at 700 wealth of, so they will not ask for more than 700 wealth worth of stuff. Oh, we actually get to keep the kidneys. Look at that. Nice. But before 1.4, they could ask, there was no limit. We would have a run and the beggars would show up and be like, please, sir, we're just poor beggars. We're out here starving to death. We don't have a penny to our name. If we could just borrow, oh, I don't know, $22,000. What? Yes, just 22,000. Just 22,000 silver and we'll be on our way. That's my entire colony's life savings. We can give you like 1,500. Will that be enough? No. Next. I thought beggars couldn't be choosers. I thought beggars couldn't be choosers. But yeah, luckily it's no longer quite like that. Please, sir, could you just spare all of your medicine? We just, our little boy Timmy here, you see him, he's a little sick. If we could just get, oh, I don't know, 220 Glitter World medicine from you, I just know he'd pull through. Oh, I forgot to delete that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Please don't kill him. 549 herbal medicine, yeah. So before the patch, they would have asked for all of our beer. Sir, we're very thirsty. Could you spare 550 beers? 550? Yeah, that's all. There's 7 of you. Why do you need 550 beer? There's a party at the next tile over. Anyway, that's changed, thankfully. I didn't realize our randomly generated fair name was the Stoned Fair. Yeah, that would be nice if we could give them less and tell them to get lost. You have 4 kids come asking for your life saving. I want to test this out, but I need to get these lungs first, so it's kind of putting us on hold here, but it'll be worth it in the long run. Installed Detoxifier kidney, right kidney. There were a separate option where you could instead offer to perform the life-saving procedure or to rescue the enslaved colonists or something. Yeah. We're dying. We need all of your medicine. Well, we have a great hospital. It's a sterile environment. We have a legendary hospital bed. We have a world-class surgeon. He can save your boy there, and we'll do it for free. No. No, we'll just take the 220 Glitter World medicine, and we'll have Red here, the tribal with a 1 medical skill. We'll have him tend to the boy. You stay away. Yeah, all right. I'll stay away. Vat Dwarf became an adult. This is so ridiculous. Look at this. This is a completely vat-grown child from birth. Tough, nimble, quick sleeper. Oh my god. What is this luck? This luck. Hey, has anyone won that like $2 billion Powerball yet? I need to go buy a ticket later. Someone won that? That is insane. It's insane. Someone in Los Angeles won it. Imagine someone winning it, like someone famous. You know, imagine like, I don't know, like Brad Pitt wins it or something. Leonardo DiCaprio. He's like, oh yeah, I just thought it'd be silly. I went and bought a ticket. What do you know? First one. Jeff Bezos wins it. Jeff Bezos wins it, but not even just him. He was in a pot for it. Him and like, you know, 20 other billionaires got together and they bought just like 30 tickets or something. So yeah, we're just waiting on getting all these lungs installed. I think we got our main meleeers, but these ones are also in the front a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. A little risky here because this is our best doctor, but so these face masks will help a little bit as well. Look at that. The children can even wear the adult size face mask. Excellent. We got 2 vats there. We could put more vat dwarves in, but we're raising these vat dwarves all the way till 18. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, this vat dwarf is 18. Welcome to the colony, vat dwarf. Vat dwarf. Let's give vat dwarf a name. White Death. All right, White Death. Fast learner, masochist, and nervous. Let's give you one of these excellent shotguns here. I don't know what I want to have him do. He's a fast learner, so I mean, we can actually have him learn to do things, you know? So even though he's not great at things right now, he could get better at it. So let's put him on growing and plant cutting, hauling and cleaning. He doesn't have that to do. He can jump on a scanner. Traders and rewards are landing in your heatsink vent, and it's fairly annoying. So it seems like they tried to drop in proximity of either the beacon or the comms console. But what you can do is put something in the heatsink spot where they can't, it makes so they can't land something there. Put like one piece of fence, one barricade, one sandbag, a column, a door. If you put any of that stuff in there, heat will still be able to vent, but you won't be able to, they won't be able to land the trade goods in there. For pawns, is it better to have a lot of minor passions or a few major passions? It depends on the pawn. So you might be asking that because of this. The reason why this is so good on him is he's fast learner and he's great memory. So with fast learner, all these passions are actually more than just a normal passion, right? So he can get very good at all these right away. Do they still melee block standing next to the door if that door is framed by shells? No, which is why I'm not putting it there. You can't. So you can't draft stand on a shelf. So you notice I'm kind of leaving that gap everywhere. So no, you can't do it that way. Okay, we'll get that bionic arm on Torgwin now too. Marcunis. Oh, Marcunis. I kind of forgot you were one of the children that we were raising. Oh, I remember. So he didn't get capped out because we brought him out of the vat after he ended up rolling tough. We were like, oh, let's actually raise him. So look at that. Tough, hard worker, or sanguine. I'm going to take sanguine on this one. And let's go with construction. And we'll go with construction binding on this one. Congrats, Marcunis. Does the proximity to other bases increase or decrease trade caravans? It does not. It does not. You can even have your base on an island. You'll still get the same number of traders per month or per year. What's the best drug to make for money? That usually depends as well. I know probably people are sick of the answer, so it depends on which part of the game you're in. I usually like using Psychite Tea, but that's because I'm also using it. So Psychite Tea, I feel, is a really good drug with like basically no downside. It's light. It only takes a level 2 cook to make. You don't need a drug table. You don't need anything else, just the Psychite. And you can have your entire colony take it on a schedule, and it doesn't hit their consciousness, which is a really big deal. So for me, I almost always end up using Psychite Tea. But of course, the processed drugs are going to get you more like bang for your buck. They're just going to take longer work time. So looking at things like yayo and stuff like that. He's pronouncing it wrong. That's how the song pronounces it. I know it's pronounced yayo in movies and in real life, but that's how the song pronounces it. What's the best catch-all answer for RimWorld questions? I believe that would be it depends. It depends. All right, so yeah, Cassandra only hit us once in that cooldown. Let's get this moved over like I was just talking about. We'll just run it right through here, and we'll run the happy little cable right over that way. All right, and then we can delete that, especially where the enemies are coming through once they're done building, so that that isn't a target to get lit on fire. I'm actually thinking about doing the fire moat again, just because it screws the enemies a bit, but we'll see. It did have its own problems too. What run did I use the fire mode in? I used the fire mode a lot in the Winston Waves run. So in the Winston Waves run, I had a long tunnel into the base, and I just filled it with mushrooms, and I had a fire break every so often. So when we had like big humanoid breach raids, especially the Winston Waves where they were like 25,000 raid points, I would just go in there and I would just light it. And the enemies, it wasn't like a burn box in the sense where, you know, they would overheat, but the enemies would just walk through the moat of fire and just catch on fire and get hurt and stuff. It worked pretty well. We're gonna need, yeah, we're out of plasteel. That's what's going on. So hopefully we get some plasteel scans near the base. Otherwise, we're gonna maybe have to go long scanning. There was a little plasteel there that we dug out, but that's long gone. I guess we can go back to working on our miniguns quest. How do I typically manage multiple colonies? I don't do multiple colonies as much anymore. What? Refugees? This must still be broken. So when the game first came out, it was only accounting for your children when it comes to quests like this. So like the, can I borrow X number of workers? Can I borrow whatever soldiers? That kind of stuff was counting your children population only or something weird. So refugees at this stage of the game is very odd. I don't even know what I don't even know what I would do with them. Anyway, I don't really do multiple colonies as much anymore because it's gotten kind of nerfed, so to say. So the secondary colony now doesn't have its own population intent, so you don't get more join events over there. It doesn't get all the easy quests over there anymore. It still is good for like hedging your bets and having just like a place that's going to survive your main colony falls. But yeah, typically I just would keep the second colony pretty small so that they can pretty much take care of any just couple man raid on their own, and then I don't worry about it and have them just do their thing until I need them. Just trying to think, what would I do with these? Use them to mine? I could use them to strip mine stuff. Like even out here, I can have them strip mine. I can actually have them go get crap outside here that we will never otherwise be able to get. Finally bring those mortars in. That's the only thing I can think of. They're going to have lots of breakdowns, but yeah, I think I might just have them clear off some of the map. All right, we'll accept it. Drop your weapons. You want to be members of this colony? Drop your weapons. Yeah, these guys are going to be breaking down a whole bunch. Via bison while exploring. Can you prevent a child from going too far? Yes and no. So children will abide by the zone rules most of the time. But it seems like if the nature running activity is like on the edge of your zone, sometimes they run out of it a bit. So nature running will mean they run out between the trees sometimes for a little while. But in general, they are pretty good about just, you know, abiding by zone rules, it seems. So yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah. If you have your people set to be able to go out somewhere, they'll occasionally follow them while they're learning. Yeah. So you want to probably make sure that your people are zoned to where you don't mind learning kids following them too. Sorgman.
Modest fellowship expands. Praise the sun.
Sorgman, a social fight. Directly insulted a Vigdor's facial hair. Whoa, that is a very brutal Dwarven insult. That insult's going in the book. In the book.